everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be comparing a 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport to a 2021 Chevy 1500 RST. But first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to the Dodge Ram here in Provo and then the Chevy here in Provo for giving me some time with both the trucks. Check out both their inventories in the link below. Let's get straight into our video. Now let's go into the hoods of both the trucks. Starting with the Ram, we have a naturally aspirated 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 395 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque. Going over to the Chevy, we have a naturally aspirated 5.3 liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission as well. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 355 horsepower and then 383 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the rest of the front end of the truck. So starting over here with the Ram, the Sport gives you the sport hood. So you got the venting on the hood, which looks really cool. You still get the chrome badging there for the 1500 5.7 Hemi badge. And then coming just down below, we can see we've got full LED lights here for the Ram. You've got the chrome Ram logo. And then they basically make it so the bumpers are body colored, and then most of the grill's body colored with blacked out slats that go across the grill, basically all along with the Sport package. And then you do have parking sensors there at the bottom portion, and then fog lights on top of that. No tow hooks though here for the Ram. Coming over to the Chevy, they don't change the hood at all for this RST package, but you've got the blacked out Chevy bow tie, full LED lights here with the RST, parking sensors, and then notice that the bumpers are body painted as part of the Sport package. And then you've got the fog lights there at the bottom with the blacked out tow hooks. So both of them from a front end perspective, they're really good looking trucks. So yeah, that's all for the front. Now let's go over the tire and wheel setup with both of the trucks. So starting over here with the Ram, we've got two 75mm tires wrapped around 20-inch wheels. I really like the design on the wheels. These are the more premium wheels you can get with the Laramie. I just think they look really good. And then you can see you've got kind of like a street tire setup here. And then notice that you've got the fender flares that are body painted there with the Ram. Coming over to the Chevy, we've got two 75mm tires and 20-inch wheels again. So similar setup, but since this Chevy has the Z71 package, you can see the tires are a little bit more on the aggressive side. You can see you've got kind of more of like an off-roader type look for the wheels themselves. And then coming up, you can see you've got the Z71 badge right there, blacked out mirror on the Chevy, and then the mirror on the Ram is body painted to match. Got the little Ram logo there on that portion. And then other than that, let's actually head to the back. Let's go over the rear ends of both the trucks. Starting over here with the Chevy, we've got a plastic covering here on the back of the tailgate, and then you have a full bed liner here with LED lights, and then you actually get a power outlet with the Chevy, which is pretty neat. LED cargo light there at the top, and then the payload capacity on this truck is just over 1,800 pounds. And then coming over to the Ram, this truck doesn't have a bed liner, but you can get it as an option from the factory. Same thing with the LED lights. This doesn't have it, but you can get it as an option from the factory. And then you just have a regular halogen light there for the cargo light, and then the payload capacity on the Ram is just over 1,600 pounds, so a little bit less payload with the Ram. Now let's go over the rest of the rear with both the trucks. Starting over here with the Chevy, you can see you've got the signature Chevy LED lights here with the blacked out Chevrolet logo. And then we do have the little bumper steps here, which I really appreciate, makes getting into the bed a little bit easier. And then parking sensors just down below with the squished exhaust tips. And then you do have the little receiver hitch right there, which the towing capacity in this truck's about 9,400 pounds with the Silverado. And then you do have a body colored bumper. And then coming over here to the Ram, again, full LED lights with the truck. And then you've got all of the chrome badging here, and then just down below you've got all of your parking sensors, again body painted bumper, got the circular exhaust tips, and then the towing capacity in this truck is about 11,000 pounds because it has the 392 axle ratio. But there's the back end of the Ram, there's the back end of the Chevy. Let's head into the back of both of the trucks. Coming over here to the Ram, you can see that we've got nice stitching there at the top with the suede insert, and you've got the blacked out trim with more soft touch and stitching there where you're actually going to rest your arm. And then coming to the seats, you can see that you've got the nice piping on the seats. You've got the stitching all throughout with the suede inserts, nice perforations there in the center portion of the seats. And then picking up the seat itself, got some nice storage underneath. We do have some ice buckets here with the Ram, which are another nice little feature. And then popping into the Ram, step in height's relatively easy to get in. I would recommend side steps. You can see headroom's really good. Legroom is solid as well. We've got some cup holders right here, and then behind the floor mats you can see we've got some USBs. And if you guys are wondering, this is my little charger because the camera keeps dying sadly today. But you do have a full power outlet, which is obviously very handy. And then let's actually pop out of the Ram. So stepping out of the Ram, well, so yeah. Let's come over to the Chevy now. So you can see with the door panel, we've got the nice soft touch all over the door panel with the wood trim. You've got the tubular door handle right here. And then coming to the seats, full soft touch here with the seats all throughout. And then you can see you've got some storage there behind the seat itself. And then soft touch here on the bottom portion. And then there is storage just underneath the seat. And then popping in, well, step in height, pretty good with the Chevy as well. Again, headroom's really good. Legroom solid as well. Got some cup holders here. Got some USBs with a 12 volt. Sorry, the sunlight doesn't let you guys see that. But anyways, more cup holders here with the Chevy. And, well, with all that being said, we're going to pop back out, shut that. Let's head to the front of the Ram. Here's the door panel at the front of the Ram. You can see that you've got the nice stitching and soft touch there at the top with the blacked out trim just down below. And then you got the suede insert right there with more soft touch where you can rest your arm. All of your window controls, and then you do have the power folding mirror and then your mirror adjustment button. And then you've got your memory seat controls right here. And then here are the seats at the front. So again, you got the nice piping with the soft touch all throughout. It says Laramie suede inserts with the perforations there in the center portion. And then you can see the bolsters down there, really nice. There's your adjustments on the side of the seat, and then you got your pedal layout right here. You've got your power adjustable pedals right there with the parking brake. Light controls just up above. You can see you've got your cargo light and then your fog lights, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable, but there's one more look before you actually pop in. Go over everything here in the Ram. So we've got soft touch surrounding the whole steering wheel, and then you've got your little cruise control right there, the gear limiter right below that, and then we've got our controls for the voice command and phone controls for the center stack. There are radio controls on the back of the steering wheel with the Ram, and then you've got the stock for the turn signal and the windshield wipers. And then popping here into the center, you've got analog gauges for the RPMs and for the speed, and then you do have a digital readout for that center screen right there. Just shows you different bits of information on the vehicle. I feel like it looks pretty good, just as like an overall appearance or aesthetic basically. But yeah, that's the whole steering wheel setup with the Ram. Coming over to the infotainment system, if we pop it in reverse, backup camera is going to pop up with trajectory lines that will turn with the steering wheel. Pretty straightforward setup with that. And then you can zoom in with the receiver hitch as well. Going over the rest of the infotainment system, response time on it is really solid. This truck does come with dual zone climate, which you can control through the infotainment system. Heated and ventilated seats are also an option. And then it has the heated steering wheel on top of that. And then just down below, we've got our little controls for the radio. Got our climate controls. You can see you've got analog controls for the heated and ventilated seats, which is nice. And then you can see you've got the buttons for the parking sensors, your tow haul mode, your stability control, and then your trailer brake controls. We've got the dial shifter over here, which another nice little thing. Get your two-wheel drive, your four-wheel auto, your four-wheel high, and then your four-wheel low with the true neutral there in the center. And then other than that, you can see we've got some USBs just down below. We've got some phone holders right here with the full power outlet. And then we've got the center console, which decent amount of storage space, has another USB in that. Got some tables there on the back, and then this slides backwards and forwards. And then there is a full power outlet just down below. And then coming over here, we've got the dual glove box, which again, storage space is really solid with that nice soft touch up above. It says Laramie on the glove box. And then coming up to the very top of the truck, we've got a power sliding window, which just press that button and that'll pop open. And then you got the tailgate drop down with the light controls on either side. And then you've got a darker colored headliner. Let's go over the door panel here in the front of the Chevy. You can see you've got soft touch there where you're going to rest your arm. Got the nice little wood trim with all of your window controls, your mirror adjustments just up above, and then you got your door lock and lock in that area. And then we got the seats here at the front. So again, soft touch all throughout, no perforations or anything like that with the seats. You got your adjustments here on the side of the seat, and then the pedal layout just down below. Parking brake just up above, and then you got your light controls right here with your fog lights and your cargo light, and then you got your drive line select. So you got your auto, your two-wheel high, you got your four-wheel high, and then your four-wheel low with your trailer tow mode to one side and then your drive mode to the other side. The steering wheel on this is also manually adjustable, but that's one we're looking before we pop in. Go over everything here in the Chevy. So we've got soft touch over the whole steering wheel, and then zooming in on the steering wheel, we've got the controls for the center stack with your voice command and phone control right over there. Blacked out Chevy bow tie. Get your heated steering wheel button over here with your cruise control on that side. Again, radio controls in the back. You got the stock for the windshield wipers and the turn signal right there. And then the Chevy's got a column shifter, so you can shift the gears yourself with the plus and minus button right there, and functions like any other column shifter. Here in the center, you can see it's a little bit more analog than what the Ram has, but you still have that center screen that gives you different bits of information on the truck. So from a usability standpoint, they're pretty much the same. And then remember, you do have that little trailer tow mode that'll pop up with a trailer. And then you get your drive modes. You get your normal, your sport, and your off-road that you can go between. And then coming over here into this little area, we've got our center infotainment system. So you got nice stitching and soft touch at the top. Full touchscreen here, obviously, but response time on it's really solid. And then with the camera system, the Ram just had a backup camera, whereas this one, you got the backup camera with the trajectory lines, and then you have a cargo camera as well. So a little bit more on the camera side of things, and then you can zoom in on the receiver hitch as well. But yeah, good infotainment system, has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Just down below, we've got our analog controls for that infotainment system. Analog climate controls here. It is a dual zone climate. Now the Laramie had heated and ventilated seats. This just has heated seats. And then just down below here, we've got our parking sensors. You've got our auto stop start, you've got the tailgate drop down arrays, you've got your hazard lights, your stability control, that's for the outlets, and then your hill descent control. Trailer brake controls right here, and then got a little USB with a 12 volt and then a full power outlet right next to it. Extra storage all in this area, some cup holders, more wood trim there on the side. And then we've got the center console here, which decent amount of storage, and then you got some USBs in there with a little auxiliary. And then coming over to the glove box, again, pretty good with the glove box, decent amount of storage space, nice soft touch and stitching all above the glove box. And then finishing things up here in the Chevy, which have a power sliding window. Nice little thing right there. Universal garage door openers, and then we do have a mirror dimmer that comes with the truck, so another nice little option with that. And then it's kind of like a gray headliner. Let's go over the pricing with both of the trucks. So the Ram stickers for just a little bit under $57,000, and then the Chevy stickers for about $56,000. So they're pretty much the same price. I mean, when you're spending 50-something thousand dollars, what's another few $100, right? Like I've said in previous videos, there is a poll where you guys can vote which truck you like the most. Now, part of the poll is also a Ford, so you guys will be able to vote between this truck, the Ram, and then there is an F-150 Lariat that you can also vote with. So go to that poll to vote so you guys can pick the winner out of those three trucks. This is just kind of like your short side-by-side comparison with two of the trucks, and yeah, go vote. That is going to sum things up for today's video, comparing this 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport to this 2021 Chevy 1500 RST. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Chevy here in Provo and then the Dodge Ram here in Provo for giving me some time with both the trucks. Check out both of their inventories in the link below. I'll see all of you in the next video.